What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy. It is a special Saturday reaction. In the comment section, I reacted to Screwface Screwface track that he dropped dissing somebody. And and I see the comment sections. He made he did a bar on there about Andrew Schulz and Kendrick Lamar. So in the comment section, somebody said, it figures you take the side of the white comedian with all the white people you have behind you. So, Wayne, you white now. Just, that's because he only saw the white ones. He didn't see the black one. Biggie, he didn't see you, so he's just talking. Montana, Wu-Tang, I'm sorry, guys. He doesn't see you. Jimi Hendrix, my bad, bro. Nas, one take. Jay-Z, my bad, dog. Jay-Z, you're about to get off the wall, to be honest with you. You're about to get off the wall. Don't assume shit. That's one. Two, the world of comedy and rap should not coexist when there's too many sensitive people attached to it. I love K-Dot. Andrew Schulz, he's okay comedian. I don't even like, this is the comedian to me. But let's talk about that for a second before we get into the video. Let's talk about comedy. Because a lot of people get this shit twisted sometimes. Andrew Schulz was on a podcast talking to two guys from Nigeria. Conversation come up, and Andrew Schulz had said something about, you know, women beating the shit out of them, going out with black women and da-da-da, and, you know, they got attitude, or what. He started talking about black women. And then he asked the two guys, hey, have you ever gone out, do you go out with black women? They said, yes. Do you go out with white women? They said, yes. And then then Andrew Schulz said, which one is better? They didn't want to, they couldn't answer it. They were nervous, so they said, we love all of them. And then he said, Kendrick fans get them. So Kendrick took that. Don't let no white comedian talk bad about black women. That's law. Or something. That's not verbatim, but it's something like that. And that's what Kendrick said. Andrew Schulz threw a shot at Kendrick. Kendrick replied in turn. Beautiful. So the internet starts interneting. And people start just grabbing shit out the air. I believe Kendrick was saying that in reply to that. But Kendrick wasn't talking about Andrew. Now, was he? He said, do not let any white comedian, so he's talking to the black guys that are sitting in the couch. Don't sit there and let a white man talk about black women like that. Da-da-da-da-da. Which Kendrick has all the right in the world to say. Right? Because that's the events. That's what happened. Cool. Now that we got that out the way, we got the timeline done. Andrew Schulz said some stupid shit as a comedian. And then people start fighting. Well, he's not on stage. Motherfuckers, when the camera's on him, he's on stage. When the camera's on you, your persona, the comedian that you are, you have to be that person on the mic. That doesn't stop because you're on stage. That's just formatted in a way that it's going to be a 1-hour show. A comedian doesn't stop being a comedian because he's not on stage. He's a comedian when he's sitting down, standing up, taking his shit, sleeping, fucking, doing anything. He's a comedian. Now, this is why I say the comedy genre should never get together with the music genre. It should never happen. Rappers are sensitive when it comes to certain subjects. Comedians are comedians. People say, oh, but he makes jokes about people. And I got that in the comment section and everything too. Oh, he makes fun of people getting raped. You think rape is funny? Who do you think is the best comedian in the world? right now, active. A lot of people say Dave Chappelle. He makes fun of rape. So it's different because he's white and he's saying it. When black comedians disrespect women all the time, you telling me they don't? Oh, shit. I never knew. I never knew. Rappers disrespect women on raps all the time? But why specify it to white? Because Kendrick saw that little scene and he felt the way. He felt a certain way. But then people want to talk about... But the way Kendrick did it was the way it was supposed to be done. He put it in a bar and he moved on. Y'all forget that he talked about a whole bunch of other shit in the whole album. And ladies and gentlemen, I already reacted. People were saying, oh, I did a whole live. As I can't control what YouTube does if they block my shit the fuck out. I finally got it recovered. Give me some time. I'm going to break down each reaction and I'm going to put it out. That takes time. And it's a lot of work to edit and try to cut shit and edit and do this. And so I already got the full file. I'm breaking down the Kendrick Lamar GNX album as soon as I have the time to do it. It's going to take me a whole day to do it, publish it, description, all that, links, and then put it out. So it's going to take me a whole day to do it. But it's definitely coming. Kendrick definitely was talking about Andrew Schulz. Now, I have to say he's like 90% sure. But it's in general, he was talking to those guys. They were sitting in their couch. They were supposed to uplift black women. They were supposed to do this to black women. Well, that's beautiful, and I love that Kendrick's heart is always in that positive side to uplift the community, uplift everything. But why, oh why, do we have to take what a comedian says and dissect it? It's a joke. It is a joke. Why do people take it so fucking serious? And if you guys really want me to keep you 100, this is what happens when people don't do their full research. I saw the podcast that he did with Charlamagne the God. I've seen almost every video but this one, that he was talking about this subject, that he was talking about this situation. And he said it himself. I go all over the world and people pay money for me to make fun of them. They know what they're going to get to go in my show. And they pay money to make fun of, for me to make fun of them. Because they know they could take a joke. They could take somebody saying crazy shit. Comedians are always shock value. That's how they make their money. That's their business. That's what they do. They talk shit. He's a comedian. He doesn't only talk about black women. He talks about white women. He talks about Chinese women. He talks about Hispanic women. He talks about all types of women. So why is it, and this is the question that I have for the comment section, why is it that every other race hasn't said a damn thing but the black race? Why? Let's separate it. You guys are separating yourselves. It kind of feels like you guys are like, okay, so if we put black women in a bubble that nobody could talk to, that means black comedians can't do it either. And was it really talking shit about black women? Do you guys watch TikTok? Do you guys watch YouTube? Do you see the videos of black women beating the shit out of men? Or beating the shit out of anybody? Aggressive, always wanting to fight? You acting like that doesn't happen. You acting like that's not out there for the public to fucking see. You guys act fucking crazy, and then you guys get all sensitive when somebody else points it out that is a different color. That's racist. Get that through your fucking head. Nobody said nothing when Dave Chappelle called women bitches and hoes in the Dave Chappelle show, portraying women with their titties out and making them look like they're nothing. Pouring champagne on them, making fun of R. Kelly when R. Kelly raped. He made a song with Chris Brown, allegedly beating the shit out of Rihanna. But one white comedian says one thing about black women, and now Kendrick mentions it, which, like I said, if he would have said what he said, and Kendrick would have said what he said, cool. Kendrick got his shot back. Bow! Good job, Kendrick. Good job, K-Dot. I like that beautiful. And you left it alone. Left it alone. But when someone brings something about race, oh boy. Oh boy, you know what he should have said? No comedian should be talking shit about women, about black women. No comedian. So, because for you to say the white man can't say it, and taking the black man out, you have to understand people are fucking slow. The black man will be like, well, I could say, he ain't say nothing about me. He ain't say nothing about me, I can't say nothing. What? And then continues through that verse talking about he's gonna run up on Squeeze, and so he's over here talking about murdering and doing all this other shit. But don't talk about black women, because that's fucked up. If it makes sense to you people, then you people are, then the people that it makes sense to, it's part of them. It's part of that mentality of just separation and fuck all that. Since when are we just like with Kill Tony saying what he said about Puerto Ricans? You know how much videos of a bunch of Puerto Ricans I seen talking about that subject, and all of them's like, why is everybody flipping out? It's a joke. It's a comedian. Was it a joke that I've heard the first time hearing? Because I saw the video of him saying it. And I'm like, I've heard people go on talk shows saying worse than what he said. What are you talking about? And you guys are getting, oh my God. It shows how sensitive the world is. If the joke might be tasteless, it might be a bad joke. So that's even stupider for putting more attention to it. If it was a bad joke, because I saw the thing, it wasn't funny. I didn't laugh about it, but at the same time, I'm looking at it, he's a comedian. That's what the fuck they do. The comedian world is completely different, and a lot of people don't understand that. If you don't understand Andrew Schulz's way of comedy, if you don't understand how he jokes, then you shouldn't have no comment about the shit that he says. You don't understand. He's that type of comedian. He's one of those type of comedians that push buttons and says outlandish, crazy shit all the time about everybody. About everybody. So now we're holding comedians accountable for what they say? What? Since when? What are we? What's going on? What's going on? Like, seriously, what's going on? Y'all acting like they're like there's now a whole bunch of ratchet motherfuckers out there acting up. So it's not far-fetched to hear what he's saying and say, well, yeah. It's a lot of black women that are like that. Are you guys denying that? Oh, because a white man is pointing it out. That's the difference. So when a black man says it, when a black man says it, do you guys get the same angry, or do you guys just brush it off your shoulders and just say, oh, he's just having a bad day? So what do you do? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to understand it. What's the difference? The skin color, and that's not racist? My black man can say that about me. You can't. That's what you're saying. And essentially, that's what they're saying. Wow. You got Matt Rife on stage talk about handicapped people and doing jokes on them. They should riot too, and they should say, get them the fuck out of here. Stop taking what comedians say as gospel and let it offend you that much. I think I'm the only one that's believing this. Yes, and I'm gonna say it again. It was a tasteless joke. It wasn't even funny. And in my list of comedians, he's probably number 20. But at the same fucking time, I believe everyone has the freedom to say whatever the fuck they want to say. That's the way I feel, especially when it comes to comedians. Don't like that. That to me, I don't get it. I don't get it, and I think it's because, I mean, I do get it. I do get it. The music culture is a lot more sensitive. There's a lot more emotion and feelings in that than in any other genre in the world. So anything that's being thrown from outside of that circle being thrown into hip hop, everyone gets in defense mode and wants to protect hip hop because, oh, we got outsiders coming in. But then then we talk about, oh, they're putting us in a box. It sounds like we're putting ourselves in a box. It sounds like we're the ones that are saying, no, this is what we built, you can't have it. Stay away. Boo, and then get mad because people ignore you or want to help you or whatever. Are you crazy? Look, as a business, if I'm going to if I'm going to be a sponsor to somebody and use my money to help them build something, and all I see is a whole bunch of drug addicts and smoking weed and gangs and guns on you and talking street talking, I'm not going to invest my money in that. As a business, no. Because there's a high probability that this business is going to be fucked. That's just common sense. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Black, white, you're Hispanic. It don't matter. If I see a Chinese dude with an AK-47 asking me for a fucking loan, I'm gonna tell him no. It's just business. I'm here for the freedom to say what I want. K-Dot had the right to say what he said on that track. 100%. But Andrew Schulz has the right to say whatever the fuck he wants and also deal with the consequences that comes from it. When you stick to your mind into one side of the box and don't open your mind to the other side, that's where shit gets fucked up. Because if the people that are really angry at Andrew really listen to the podcast, no matter how much you hate him, bear with yourself. Bear with yourself until they stop talking about the subject. Or maybe watch the whole thing so you can see what type of person he really is. That him saying that was light compared to the shit that he says. But that is his job, that he is a comedian. Comedians go and push the boundaries. Comedians go and push the line. Dave Chappelle, one of the most controversial motherfuckers in comedy, made a show making fun of the black race, making fun of the white race, making fun of all the races. But because he was black, he got away with it with every section of the world. If a white person would have done that and been the face of it, he would have been scrutinized, especially in this time frame. Get him out of here. And K-Dot's working with South Park? What? And people say South Park doesn't make fun of black women. So now he's saying that South Park is a good show? Since when did this happen? When did this happen? Oh my God, man. God could have swung South Park, made fun of everybody, or show the irony of it. People don't know how to watch South Park. And you tell me, K-Dot saying white comedians shouldn't say this about black women, that's law, and then work with a company that pretty much since I was a child they've been trying to cancel that show because the way they are and the shit they say and show. Like you can't have it both ways. Like you have to pick a side. It's either you go and let everybody fucking do it, or you're just gonna specify specific fucking people. And the people from South Park are both a bunch of white people. That K-Dot is doing a comedy special with them. So as long as you can make fun of white women, you can make fun of all of them, not black women. Not black women. That sounds like you're trying to separate black women from all other women. That sounds familiar. It's a joke. He's a comedian. Is he a good one? If you don't like his comedy, then don't watch his comedy. Like, I'm okay with his comedy. I don't like all of the shit that he's done, but I'm all right. I just don't watch it. But why are we getting our titties in a bunch over something a comedian said? I don't get it, bro. I really don't get it. It confuses me every single day when I see this shit. I'm just like, what? It makes no sense. And look, because I'm an Uncle Tom. Okay. I don't know. I'm an Uncle Tom. What am I gonna do? The fuck did that mean? Like, do you understand what a reaction channel does? people tell me who to react to. I never pick what once or twice. I pick what I want to do. Majority of the time, everybody else tells me what to react to. And when I listen to it, if I like the fucking music and it's an independent artist that I want to support, I'm going to support. These walls, I don't see race in these walls. You know what I see in these walls? Because people like to talk about my posters. You know what I see in these walls? Talent. People that took a lane and went above and beyond that lane and are great. That's what I see in this wall. You guys see color. And that maybe that's where it's fucked up. Maybe that's where it's all mixed up, just by that comment alone. That comment absolutely made me want to do this video. Because for you to think that just because I have these people on my wall that I'm not supporting the black, like, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That shows that you're not part of this page. It shows that you've never seen what I've done. It just shows, that's just all that shows. All the lives that I've done for independent black artists, all the shit that I do for the independent black artists that is around me 24/7. And I don't do nothing for black art. I don't do nothing for the artists that you want me to do. Because it's cloud chasing if I don't do it, and if I do it, guess what? It's cloud chasing. Oh, of course you're gonna react to him because you're gonna get the views. So either way, you fucked. So that's why I do what the fuck I want. Point fucking blank. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do, what to put up on my wall. Nobody's gonna tell me to do anything. I do what I want to do. Point blank. I did a whole entire Kendrick Lamar live. Where was that comment there? Let's listen to what the fuck this whole thing's about here.
There's a pretty big thing going on.
Huh?
Yeah, between Kendrick Lamar.
Laws were written.
Laws were written.
Laws were written.
I don't like him pretending he doesn't know what the fuck's going on with his little milk mustache. It's just been pissing me off. Okay?
Was it on there?
Now listen, guys, we gotta take this seriously.
Yeah.
Listen, rappers are telling comedians we need to be more respectful to women. So we gotta sit back and reflect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're the most pious group.
Listen, nobody has respected women more. Through art.
Yes.
Than rappers, okay?
Absolutely.
So I completely understand how a rapper could look at a comedian telling a joke and be like, yo, y'all need to switch that shit up.
Yeah.
How dare y'all keep saying your wives are annoying? Be more like us and, bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks. I beat my bitch with a stick. What? You can lick on the nuts or suck the dick. I beat my bitch with a stick. What?
Did you just think of that?
That's a real lyric.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a real lyric from music that protects women. And for decades protects what. And listen.
And then people are gonna see that, and it's gonna sound crazy because a white man's saying it. And then you know what the argument is when someone says something about that, like he's saying that, and I literally just said that. And you know what people are gonna say in the comment section? Y'all motherfuckers don't know what you're talking about, and that's it. They're not gonna explain themselves. What are you talking about then? It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Y'all niggas are way too sensitive, bro. Way too sensitive. Oh my God.
Protects women. And for decades, protects women. And listen. Right now, the guy on top, Kung Fu Kenny.
He is the guy on top.
He is making sure that comedians, he put a law in.
Yeah.
He put a law in place.
All right, let's see the exact line, okay?
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. Now, technically speaking, if we're going off of grammatic English,
Okay.
he is saying,
Oh, he said that in
I
the
can talk about
Charlemagne
black
video.
women. And that is law.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black
So
woman.
he's basically saying all white comedians are only.
He said that. He said that in the Charlemagne when he did the shit with Charlemagne. Same thing. I still didn't understand what the fuck that meant.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black
So
woman.
he's basically saying all white comedians
Are only allowed to
talk about black women.
exclusively.
That's what I'm talking about, Kendrick.
back, we're back.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a law.
Finally, he understands
It's a law.
Now I understand why he's doing a comedy with the South Park creators.
Ah,
that makes
Because
sense.
he appreciates white comedians that make fun of black people.
There you go.
And they've done that brilliantly for decades.
Yeah, that's true.
And he would never want to, break one of his own laws.
No, that's true.
I mean, didn't they have a character called Token on the South Park show?
Yeah, they do.
Which I'm sure Kendrick is a big fan of.
That's true.
He must be a big fan if he's
true.
going to do a comedy with them. I mean, we can look that up. Apparently, he has a comedy coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fact.
But Al,
I'm in the corner.
Al,
And you see, and look, I want to show you the difference. I want to show everyone the difference between all of these guys that are sitting down on the couch. Andrew, obviously, he's calm, cool, and collective. Indian dude, funny comedian, calm, cool, and collected. He's chilling. White dude on the laptop. He's like whatever about it. He has other shit to do. It's like whatever. Look at the black guy. Look how nervous he is because he knows him just sitting on that couch, he's gonna get backlash from all of you. Now, what? Let's look back at that and let's talk about that for a second. Why would? That's a nervous laugh, bro. And he keeps on saying, I don't know. That's a nervous take, bro. I don't care what anyone says. He's because he knows that him sitting on that couch while they're having this conversation ain't going to be a good thing. He may not give a fuck about it. It's like whatever, but it's more of a like, I know what's going to come out of this. I know exactly what's going to come out of this. And I think that I'm with him, even though Andrew Schulz, hires black people and has black people in his staff, and he's a comedian. Most of all, fuck his color. He's a comedian. And this is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it, because it's just like, when are we going to separate feelings from comedy? When are we going to do that? When is that going to be? And that's what I'm protecting. That's what I'm here talking about. And that's the main thing about this. Andrew Schulz, it wasn't funny, the shit that he said. It just wasn't. Because it just wasn't funny. Not because of what he said, it just wasn't funny. He didn't deliver it right. Is that better? Maybe the delivery was bad and that's why people was all pissed off about it. I didn't like it. K-Dot hit him. Hit him in the jaw. Pow! Sit down. But I don't agree with specifying just white. Well, like, why specify it just white and then talk about what we're no separation. We want to be united. Don't fight unity and then specify a race that can't do something or say something about black women. That's racist. You guys don't see that because you guys are blinded by it. But I don't give a fuck. You're blinded by it. It's racist singling out one race. They shouldn't do this. Because if anybody would say, black rappers should stop talking about this. This guy's racist, cancel him, get him the fuck out of here because he mentioned the B-L-A-C-K word. Like it's, and I know there's a lot of black brothers and sisters out there. They agree with me because they have common sense. It's in their brain. It's a fucking joke. Didn't Kendrick make a song saying "bitch in the club" or something like that? I could have sworn Kendrick made a song called "Bitch in the Club." I'm just saying, if white men can call them bitches, nobody can call them anything. Don't talk about black women at all. So get Cat Williams out of here too. How many times in his comedy special he's calling women bitches? He doesn't do it? Oh, but he does. So it's okay for him to do it because he's black. I get it. It's only a black thing that could be used. That's racist. Like it's aggravating. It's aggravating to even think
He's going to do a comedy with them. I mean, we can look that up. Apparently, he has a comedy coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fact.
But Al,
You see him? This isn't good. This isn't good. Why would he say that? Why isn't he just calm, cool, and collected like the rest of them? This isn't good. Yeah, that's the difference between a comedian and a rapper, and that's why comedians will always outlast a rapper. They're tough-skinned. You can say anything you want about them or the race that they're in, or they don't give a fuck. You know how many people roast the fuck out of Andrew? A lot worse than what the fuck he said about black women. A lot worse. And he's just like, okay. And he laughs with them. Because it's a joke. Like, you can roast me, and if you don't like me, then you shouldn't be here. Or I'll leave. However, comedians and artists are two different fucking things, bro. The sensitivity level is different.
to do a comedy with them. I mean, we can look that up. Apparently, he has a comedy coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fact.
But Al, you're getting groomed right now. We need to ungroom you.
Yeah, you are getting
We need to
groomed.
ungroom you right now.
Let's see.
Okay? I mean that, listen, because he sent people, he said, slide on. What he said, slide on, where's the line? Where's the line? He goes, let me get it. I'm so old I had to squint my eyes. And that was not a racist joke. Okay, the N-words that coon, the N-words that being groomed, slide on both of them. Whoa, that seems like a call to violence.
Anybody that protects or defends any white people, slide on them. So anybody that works or has common sense and works and defends anything that has to do with white people, those are considered coons. People that pander to the white audience, people that pander to white people are considered coons. So those people, and according to that message, I'm one of them. And the niggas that being groomed, which is the people, the black, so I don't know nothing. I don't know how to read, man. They just got me out of the boat. They're the white people start putting shit in their heads and make them think like white people. Let's just kill them all. Kendrick Lamar will change those words the minute that somebody's crazy enough to take those words as Kendrick Lamar saying. That's a direct. Y'all the ones that want to start breaking shit down. Y'all the ones that want to take something and look into it deep. So let's look into it deep. Why are we only looking into it deep when other people do it? Let's look into the lyrics a little bit deeper. That is a direct order to the niggas that coon and the niggas that groom. Slide on both of them. We all know ebonics. We all know slide on them means go to their cribs, go to wherever they work or where they at, and brakataka. We all know that, so let's act like we're not talking about that. They're not talking about a snow sled. They're talking about sliding on niggas. We all know what the fuck that means. So let's say, I'm gonna pull out the hypocrisy right now. Let's say somebody or one of these fake niggas out here, or these niggas that got something to prove, say, you know what? You heard what K-Dot said. Let's make a list. And they want to go through the work for K-Dot because K-Dot is around, quote, like gang members. Right or wrong. He is. So if anyone sees that and says, I'm going to take action on what he said, how do you think Kendrick Lamar's going to feel about that lyric? Is he going to give a shit? Is it not his problem? Or is he going to feel bad about it? That's the question. What? I can't dissect Kendrick's words? Y'all dissected his? And didn't y'all dissect Trump's? When people said, oh, go to Congress and go over there and fuck it up and do all this other shit. Trump never said that. But you guys misconstrued the words. He said, go and have a peaceful protest. Those were the words he said. You're not gonna come at me and tell me something different because the media is telling you this is what he meant by it. No. How does go and have a peaceful protest translate to go and fuck it up? How? Explain to me how. Because social media and all these, you already know, people that are in control of social media and brainwashing these motherfuckers are telling you what they mean by it. It's not that difficult. You could just listen to what he said. And he didn't say that. The people that went in there decided we're gonna fuck shit up. So the ones that are in prison for for pretty much breaking the law are the ones that should go to prison and stay there. But there's a lot more people in there that were there to peaceful protest. They were arrested and are doing time right now because of the other people's actions. So when Trump said he's going to free them, he's going to free those, not the ones that actually did a crime. Understand that. So if you guys want to break what people say down, that is a direct threat. And by the guy that's sending me a comment, calling me a coon, that's a direct threat to me. So what would you guys say if I call my lawyer and say I feel offended by what he said? What is that gonna make me look like? A bitch nigga, right? All right then. So let's stop all this bullshit and stop worrying about what words mean. Fuck all that bullshit, man. They don't worry about it. He's a fucking comedian. You should have just let that shit ride. You should have let that shit ride. K-Dot's a rapper. He put it in a bar. Should have let that shit ride. It's words. It's words. Don't let words get you in a fucking bunch. Especially when it wasn't even funny. Now, if it was funny, it still would have been the same shit. It probably would have gotten less if it was funnier. But it wasn't funny. But I've seen some of his shit. He says a lot worse than that about other races. They seem to have no problem with it. So come on, man. We gotta get better at finding out our own information. It just doesn't make any sense, bro. And plus, and a lot of it, I mean, it does make sense because a lot of people that are talking about this and a lot of people that are recording about this and blogging about this and talking about it on podcasts, a lot of these people do not know Andrew Schulz as a comedian. They know he's famous. They know he's a comedian, but they don't know his style. They don't know what type of person he really is. They don't know that he's outrageous when it comes to shock value shit that's being said. So knowing that about him, when you hear it again, you're just like, okay, it's like whatever. He's always pushing the envelope. He's always he's edgy. He's always been that way. And then doing that is just pretty much saying, hey, stop saying this, which is stopping a person from expressing themselves. Let somebody tell K-Dot, stop, don't say this. Oh, now he's invoking my freedom of speech, right? I can say whatever the fuck. Then you see how that starts churning into, all right, so then you could say it, but he can't. Come on, bro. A joke is a joke is a joke. He's going to go back on tour, and he's going to do a whole bunch of money, and a bunch of people are going to go and see him. That's just what it is. You know how I know that? Because the last video he posted on his page got over 2 million views. He's still getting the bag. I don't think it's the last one, but he's got a bunch of views, and he's getting paid. He got money. So he'll be fine. And then the rest of the world that understand that it was a joke that he said and not a good one are going to go keep on buying tickets because they're not really worried about this. But geez, the hypocrisy is real. Don't come out and tell people they can't say something when y'all say when the whole culture says a whole lot more worse to black women. That's crazy to me. Even debaters are out on YouTube sitting in panels with a whole bunch of women. And there's a couple of them, was a whole bunch of black women, and they're talking about them. You ever seen two balloons and two dudes and two balloons and that shit where they line up all 30 bitches? Do you see how those girls act there? Represent yourself the way you want to be treated. Point blank. You don't want to be treated like a drug dealer? Stop looking like a drug dealer. Oh, stop telling me what to wear. That's the only way it's going to happen. People are not going to take you serious. Or people are not going to want to do business with you because certain things. So don't, like, we need to do better as a unit. All of us need to do better. And stop worrying about what the fuck comedians and rappers say. And people might get butthurt. People might get fucking... It's whatever at this point. It's whatever at this point, because understand it, people. Why are we taking little things like this and going at each other like that? That was nothing compared to what more people and bigger, more famous people have said. And we're over here fighting and going at each other because of this shit? This is light. This is nothing. Then that's what bewilders me. That's what bewilders me, is that it was not even a good joke. It was whatever. But whatever.
Does.
Why would he call to, if he's about protecting black people, why would the call to violence be towards the black dudes, not the white guy making the joke?
Well, you gotta understand.
What?
Well, no. You gotta understand.
'Cause I snitch. I cooperate. I tell.
Litigation.
Okay? You gonna squabble up in a jail cell.
Here's what you gotta understand about Kendrick. It's very important to him to protect black women. That's why he's never done a song with an abuser confirmed. He's never done a song with anybody that's suspected of abuse. He's never threatened to remove his music from Spotify because they removed R. Kelly's music, who for sure fucked and held captive underage black women. Hold on. This is all very important to Kendrick. He's never threatened to remove his music from Spotify because they removed R. Kelly's music, who for sure...
K-Dot absolutely did that. Understand that. K-Dot absolutely
never threatened to remove his music from Spotify because...
But it's fine because it's R. Kelly, and R. Kelly is part of the culture. Even with P and everything, he's part of the culture. But how about the women? How do you think the women feel about that? You think the women like K-Dot too much? The women that actually were the victims? You think they like Kendrick too much for making that stand? Spotify takes R. Kelly's music out, I'll take mine out too. Defending a guy like R. Kelly is crazy. And I'm not saying that it's whatever for that. And people might say, oh, that's not the reason why he did it. I'll look into it. We're gonna look into it right now. Fuck it, we already here. Let's see. Cause I want to get the facts straight. Cause he could say whatever he wants. If that's true, it's true. If it's not, I heard about it, but I didn't dig into it to know the exact facts of why Kendrick wanted to do that. All I heard was that. Okay, Kendrick labeled head confirms he threatened to pull music from Spotify. I don't think it's right for artists to be censored, especially in our culture. That is a direct quote from Kendrick Lamar. You guys read it. I don't think it's right for artists to be censored, especially in our culture. Spotify announced today that the platform moving away from the implementing a policy around artist conduct. That policy, the hate content policy. All right, where's the Kendrick Lamar thing? That wasn't K-Dot that said that. I was gonna say, if that was what K-Dot said, Top Dog CEO said of Spotify's. That's not the right one. Here we go. What is the story behind Kendrick Lamar, R. Kelly? The Toronto rapper. What? Oh, so it ties in together. So the whole thing is that it ties in. So the CEO saying that about censoring people's music and everything, they're gonna pull his out, and I need to look into this more. I need to look into this more. Because I need to know if that's what he's saying. Because you can't just be throwing shit out on Kendrick like that if it's not like 100% true. Yeah, in 2018, Drake calls out Kendrick Lamar for R. Kelly support in 2018. Okay, and that's like pretty much the only thing I know about that. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to get done as quick as possible, guys. I apologize. Yeah, it's all that's all that they're talking about is just between that. I want to hear a quote from K-Dot. What K-Dot say? I don't want to fight with women beaters. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you would think savior. I said, oh, that's the shit that Drake said. So pretty much that's what it is. I mean, there are allegations he did do it. I guess he did do it. So because there are like things they're showing that he kind of alluded, or his company alluded to do that.
He's never done it.
But I mean, even that, you're gonna get pissy because Spotify's content, whatever is it that they have there, that rule or the law that they fucking pass in fucking Spotify for like your freedom of speech, to pretty much letting you fucking put whatever you want out there, and you're gonna stop him from doing a joke. Oh my god, that whole section that just happened right here. It was to prove that point. The hypocrisy is real, bro.
You gotta understand about Kendrick. It's very important to him to protect black women. That's why he's never done a song with an abuser confirmed. He's never done a song with anybody that's suspected of abuse. He's never threatened to remove his music from Spotify because they removed R. Kelly's music, who for sure fucked and held captive underage black women. Hold on. This is all very important to Kendrick.
Wait, just let me.
And there's not a fair battle. Kendrick just said, hold on. Kendrick literally just said this much word these motherfuckers did. Like, this guy's been talking about it for the past week and a half. Or since he found out, he's been talking about it. Kendrick just said this much words. And I'm guessing because of the footage of that video, that's why I'm guessing Kendrick did it. But he didn't specify his name either. He didn't say Andrew Schulz. He didn't say any of that shit. He said white comedian. There could have been a whole bunch of white comedians. There's a bunch of white comedians that do the shit. So I mean, he could have mentioned Louis C.K. He could have mentioned Bill Burr. Bill Burr says the same thing. Are we forgetting that? Oh, but Bill Burr's married to a black woman. Bill Burr says worse. And he's the one getting... I honestly, when he said it, I thought he was talking in general, all white comedians. I've never, like when I heard it in the album review, I heard that line and I was like, that's what people were saying is Andrew, but I was like, he could have been mentioning anybody. I'm pretty sure that you could find a clip, just like I found Andrew's clip, I'm pretty sure I could find a clip of another white comedian saying something about black women. I'm sure I could do it. And say, oh, There's the proof. It was you that he was talking about. So we don't even know if he was talking about Andrew. We're speculating that it was about Andrew, and Andrew's taking it like anybody else would with the clout, and he's running with the shit. Like anybody would if Kendrick mentions something like that, and everybody else is saying, oh, Kendrick is talking about this. How are you guys assuming that Kendrick is talking about that? Y'all talk to him? Did Kendrick, when he wrote that bar down, did he call you guys up personally and say, yo, if anybody asks, it's about Andrew? Or you guys are just assuming that it's about Andrew? Because maybe some of you saw that interview and said, oh, look what he said. And then held it, didn't say anything until K-Dot said that bar. And then you came out and said, oh, he's talking about Andrew. So Andrew, like any other motherfucker on camera right now will do, take that and run with it. Then get as much views as possible from it. His career ain't over. He's gonna go right back on tour. He's gonna keep on doing his fucking thing. That's just what's gonna happen. So we don't even know. Everybody's over here talking this crazy shit. We don't even know if Kendrick was even talking about him directly or in general, all white comedians. Unless you guys have a video that I don't know that's out there that Kendrick stating it was directly at him. So y'all go crucify a guy. Y'all gotta go crucify a guy when you don't even know if that's who he meant. That's why I said Louis C.K. is worse than him when it comes to talking about, especially black women. Oh, but you know why? Because Louis C.K. is not popping right now. That's why. So they won't get nothing out of saying anything up to Louis C.K. Or Bill Burr's popping. Why you don't mention it? Because Bill Burr doesn't give a fuck. And he's said it many years. So that's why people are like, oh, that's just how Bill Burr is. He's white, though. Go attack him. I dare you. That will be more entertaining. Because Bill Burr is actually fucking funny. That would be more entertaining. Go, everybody, let's go. It was Bill Burr that he was talking to. He was talking about Bill Burr. Go get him. Yeah, wildin', man. Y'all crazy.
And held captive underage black women.
Hold on.
This is all very important to Kendrick.
Wait, just let me understand what's going on here. Because I think that you're using sarcasm as a comedic device.
It is a comedic device.
But you're so fucking smart right now that I don't know if you're serious or making jokes. Are you saying
I don't like his face.
that Kendrick Lamar put it on wax that he is protecting black women from white comedians' jokes, but not the kidnapping, molestation, and
oh, yeah.
of R. Kelly? And actually, in reality, he would take his own music off Spotify to protect R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Someone who's kidnapped,
a sexual
molested,
predator,
and black women?
Oof, children.
Are you saying that he's done songs with other men who have potentially put hands on black women?
Not potentially, confirmed.
Wait a minute, convicted?
Yeah, I don't know what you call Chris Brown, but yeah, whatever that is.
Not Breezy! Not Breezy! I took a picture with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown didn't do it. She fell. I don't even know what happened with that whole thing. I know that I saw a picture a long time ago that said Chris Brown hit Rihanna. And I went, what? And then I looked to my left, and then the whole world was right there. And I was like, I'll be back. And I never went back to it. And I never wanted to go back to it. So I really don't even know about that situation either. It just doesn't. I'm protecting freedom of speech. That's why I'm doing this. You shouldn't be, you should, nobody should stop you from saying what the fuck you want to say. Period. Nobody. And it'd be, oh, you sound like Charlamagne the God. Well, you sound like your mother. So we're even. I sound like whoever the fuck I want to sound like. I'm talking about me, my brain, my heart. Niggas is wildin', bro. We want to unite. We want unity. We want unity. But stay the fuck over there.
I don't know what you call Chris Brown, but yeah, whatever that is.
Not breezy. Not breezy. I took a picture with Chris Brown. Hey, bro, I took a picture with him immediately.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
We ain't protecting nobody. Y'all can protect your fucking self.
Everybody gets these jokes over here.
Yo, this guy been telling me for a year straight Indians fuck mud. What you gonna do?
Listen, they going down on it too. I've seen a lot of videos of them eating mud pussy, bro. They literally put their head in the mud straight.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is what it is to be in a room full of comedians. They go at each other in the worst ways possible because it's a joke. They don't mean anything by what they say. They just say something. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it's not funny, but they just go. You're never gonna know it's funny unless you take a shot. You're just gonna have to let it go and say it. That's how comedians' brains work. That's what they do. And look how they are. Look what he just said about what they say about him. Just shut up. Stop typing. Stop typing. Just look what he said.
Over here.
Yo, this guy been telling me for a year straight Indians fuck mud. What you gonna do?
Listen.
Andrew Schulz has been telling him for years the Indians fuck mud. He's like, oh, because he's a comedian. He understands it's whatever. You're going to say some outlandish shit. The more outlandish it is, the funnier it is going to be. That's just what... I guess people don't understand comedy. I just figured it out. I just figured it out. Woo! People don't understand comedy. People just don't get it. They don't understand that world. They don't understand that culture. They just lost in their own fucking world where everything's sensitive and please don't hurt my feelings. This is a whole different world, ladies and gentlemen, so don't even try to get in it. Because these motherfuckers can and will make... I've seen... Okay, for example, I don't know if people have seen this before, but there's a show out on YouTube called Roast Me, where it's just a bunch of comedians sitting in a classroom and roasting the dog shit out of each other in a bad way. And like they say things there's like, you know it's not monetized. You know that it's not monetized. And then I've started to see lately, like a couple of years ago, I started watching it. And then recently I started watching old episodes. And now I guess the director went back or the producer went back and started bleeping all the curses so they could get paid from it. Because they just let it ride. It was uncensored and it was crazy. But you know how many people go out. You know who was up there? T.I., the rapper. Yeah, he was. He was. Trash. Not funny. They roasted the shit out of him. Like bad. T.I. laughed. And laughed and laughed. He took a joke. That ain't shit. You know who else was there? A gang member, a Crip, I believe it is. Geechee Gotti. He's a rapper. And he went up there, and his little jokes works with the rap community. Oh, it works when he's funny. Whoo, he's on fire. He didn't stand a chance against these comedians. These comedians lit his ass up, and he didn't know how to defend himself. When he's in the ring rapping, oh, he comes at you. Woo! But it's a different fucking world. They stay foot in that world, it's over for them. No rapper will survive because that's not what they do. These comedians go at each other all day long, saying the most horrendous shit to each other. And they all laugh about it because it's jokes. Bill Collector, another battle rapper. Nigga from the street. All that. Gangster. He went up to that Roast Me show. Got lit the fuck up. It's different when you can sit down and write about somebody. It's harder when you have to sit in front of a comedian and he lights you up. Let's bring it back. Reverse. Everett. Let's bring it back. Kevin Hart. Every basketball player, every rapper, every entourage that was around him, he was lighting them up. Why? Kevin Hart's a comedian. They can't stand toe-to-toe with rappers. Or rappers can't stand toe-to-toe with comedians. It's a different world where sensitivity has to stay at the door. there's no exception of it. If you're too sensitive to hear certain things, you need to stay over there. Because they get raunchy. And granted, there are not funny. That they actually pass a kind of a line of disgusting. And me personally, I don't like once it gets start getting a little bit too disgusting, I zone the fuck out and I turn it off. That's my limit. I just don't want to hear no disgusting shit. But besides that, like poop jokes, I can't hear them. Throwing up jokes, I can't stand them. I can't take them. Especially when they go into detail, it's disgusting. But there's a joke. It's comedy, bro. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back, guys. Let's bring it back. Let's focus on it just being comedy. And the reason why I am the way I am is because I know both sides. I know Kendrick Lamar is woke, and Kendrick Lamar is one of those that wants to protect the culture and wants to uplift the culture. I know that better than a lot of fucking people. I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. And he said what he wanted to say. He felt a certain way and he put it on the rap. That's how I take it. It is what it is. Did he say anything after it, though? Then if he didn't, then why did you choose? It is what it is. But it starts controversy, it's trending, people are, okay. And what did you solve doing that? Nothing. Because he's still doing his shows, he's still on TV, and you're still in the comment section complaining about him being on TV talking about it. He's getting a bag while doing this, you not. That's the difference. And that's just the truth. He's getting a bag talking about it. He's not going to talk about it and not get a bag. I guarantee when the camera's off, he ain't talking about this shit no more. He's going on his business and he's going on doing what he's doing in his private life. Guaranteed. Because you have to. In order for you to be in this type of industry, especially in the comedian industry, you have to leave the shit in the stage. You cannot bring some of that shit at home because it's going to mess up your brain. So I'm pretty sure that he's acting up here now, but when he goes home, it's nothing to him. I don't know.
This guy been telling me for a year straight, Indians fuck mud. What you gonna do?
Listen, they going down on it too. I've seen a lot of videos of them eating mud pussy, bro. They literally put their head in the mud straight, reverse,
Well, hey,
back handspring.
At least we're going down on Sunday.
Kama Sutra.
Hey, at least we go down.
Brother, you can't say that he's Indian. He probably won't like that. It doesn't work? Oh, I thought it worked that way. My bad, bro. You can say whatever you want. My bad.
Handspring.
At least we're going down on Sunday.
Kama Sutra.
Hey, at least we go down, Jamaicans. You know what I mean? Learn a lesson.
Oh, you better.
Whoa!
You better watch out.
Whoa! What the bumbleclot is going on? You can't call out Jamaicans for something they're proud of.
That's true. That's true. My bad. My
Do you
bad.
know what I mean?
My bad.
That's super racist. Al, can you speak on that as a Puerto Rican?
I
That's
believe
near
I
Jamaica?
could fly out this podcast right now because this is crazy, but keep cooking.
Al, we have to protect you. They're trying to slide on you, bro.
Whoa.
They're trying to. This is nuts, dude. This is. And listen, you're
Yo, that's
distracting.
their splish splash.
Where's the split splash? I'm gonna be honest. These kids look Asian.
I mean,
they.
The other Asians.
I agree with you. I'm with you on that. Anyway, can we get back to something that's really important? Because there's a huge beef on the internet right now that we really need to address.
That's true.
Is
You know
another
what I mean?
beef?
There's not. I don't think there's another beef, but you don't know.
This is the only one I heard
Kendrick is
people
so
talking
lame.
about.
You know that. Can I ask you guys a serious question?
Yeah.
Because literally, we filmed a special this past weekend, and thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate that. About to get into the edit, but yeah, you guys are amazing,
killed it.
and it was thank you so
Incredible.
much.
Wow.
The team killed it. You guys were fucking incredible. But I listen. I shut off my phone for the week. Like the week before, Kendrick dropped his album, right?
Yeah.
Every black person that texts or calls me is like, yo, Kendrick just took a shot at you on the album. Every white person or Asian person or Latino person that calls me is like, yo, good luck on your special. Okay.
Yeah.
So clearly there was a separation in who was, indulging in this
They
content.
should change the name of this show to like Sarcasm 101 because these motherfuckers have been sarcastic the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
So clearly there was a separation in who was, indulging in this content. Okay. So I've been a little out of it. But I come out of the special and it looks like there's so many articles about this album that are about, I don't want to,
No, it was about you. You were trending on my Twitter.
no way.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you because you had things to focus
What a
on.
time to be alive where
And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There you have it. You guys made him famous. I mean, he was already famous, but you guys gave him more light than what he should have. If he didn't even know that it was being said, if nobody would have mentioned Andrew Schultz's name, he would not be talking about it right now. But you all mentioned it. So that's why he's talking about it. So you guys can talk about it. This is the same thing. If let's take somebody that really behind Kendrick, or behind the idea that Kendrick is going at specifically Andrew Schulz. And this person's really pissed off at them. And you want to what can you say in that situation? Can you please explain it to me? If he didn't even know that was going on until all his people called him and told him that was going on, then how did that name come out? If he didn't even know, he didn't say, "Oh, you guys made him the bad guy." So he's doing what he's doing. He's playing the part of the bad guy because you guys gave him that. Should not mention his fucking name because Kendrick didn't. Kendrick didn't mention his name. Now, if Kendrick said Andrew Schulz, white comedian, do not talk about, then okay, let's go. Now he's feeling away. He's feeling away about something you said. So let's talk about it. Let's go. You guys made him famous. He was sitting back doing his special, minding his own fucking business. You guys came at him. And you guys expect. So let's take this guy again, right? So let's say you have a whole bunch of people coming at you. What would you do in this situation? That's the
on my
difference.
Twitter.
no way.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you because you had things to focus
What a
on.
time to be alive where
I was not one of the Asians who said, "Good luck on your special."
I'm just saying, what a time to be alive where rappers got to talk about comedians for clout.
God bless, dude.
Like, we are up right now.
God bless.
The biggest story about the album, outside of the album and people enjoying it,
Fire
was
album.
a sub at a comedian? And you don't even got to say my name and it still makes headlines?
It's crazy.
You're welcome. You are. How many views did I give him, you think?
Okay, you need to relax. You need to relax. You didn't give him no views, brother. But let's go back and let's look at it. Kendrick Lamar drops the album. He says that bar. Somebody in the media says he's talking about Andrew Schulz. Everybody goes by what that person said. It was Andrew Schulz. Boom. And everyone brings it out. If you're looking at it in a promo sense, there's going to be a lot of people that don't listen to hip hop that's going to say, he said what? Oh, I need to hear this song. So now it's bringing more attention to the actual album. So in a sense, you guys help with the publicity. I'm pretty sure K-Dot appreciates it. I'm pretty sure Andrew Schulz appreciates it, man. I'm pretty sure they do. You guys were the one that promoted this shit very well by taking something that small that he said and blowing it out and actually zoning into one person. How'd you do that with all those white comedians? Another clap. Another round of applause. I want to understand how that works. How did you guys decipher it is my question. To find out it was Andrew Schulz and then talk about him on every platform and every social media and all the podcasters and everybody that hates Andrew Schulz is on their shit talking about Andrew Schulz. All these black comedians talking shit about Andrew Schulz when they said more horrible shit about white women, but no one says nothing, but it's okay because it's white women, right? Who cares? And then you go and you do a whole bunch of other You see what the hypocrisy of all this shit is? And y'all niggas is just, yes, sir. I'll keep on rolling this negativity boat. Sorry that I got a fucking brain.
A good chunk. A little chunk.
Yeah.
They stole our mustard shit.
Couple $1 million.
They stole our mustard.
Yeah,
Take the
that's
honey
true.
off. We've been doing honey mustard for
But you have to understand, no, you didn't. Stop. But you have to understand it's K-Dot. So K-Dot was going to sell no matter what. K-Dot was already, even before Andrew Schulz's name was even mentioned in anything, Kendrick Lamar's album was already on its way to being, it's right now literally on its way to being fucking a diamond album, I believe. It's one of his best shit. I love that fucking album. Wholeheartedly love that fucking album. So with your name or without your name, that bitch was gonna sell. That bitch was gonna be number one. That bitch was gonna get all the attention that it needed. Come on, K-Dot is on fire right now. Absolutely on fire. He didn't need your ass to fucking get no sales, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. And he didn't cloud chase. Kendrick Lamar himself did not cloud chase. He didn't mention no fucking name, so he didn't mention you. Everybody else and their mother is assuming that that's what it is.
a good chunk. A little chunk.
Yeah.
They stole our mustard shit.
Couple $1 million.
They stole our mustard.
Yeah,
Take the
that's
honey
true.
off. We've been doing honey mustard for fucking years. Okay, they hop on that dick riding.
He be listening.
Yeah.
He be listening.
Of course he listens. Because he specifically, I think, was reacting to, in that Shits and Gigs podcast, which I think they're reacting to, I said something. I asked them if they dated black women. They were like, "Oh, we date all women," or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then I go, "Kendrick fans, get them."
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's all it took.
Yeah.
That's all it took. And now Kendrick want to talk some shit. Yeah. Okay, what do you guys think of the album, though?
I mean, I like it. Here's what I'll say about Kendrick. Everybody knows I'm a fan, but
He got some slappers on there.
it's
I ain't gonna
absolutely
lie.
some slappers.
Album's good.
I went there trying to
Album's
hate,
good.
and then I listened to it again this morning, and there was a few.
There you go.
Bro, crazy, spooky, scary, hilarious. I love Lefty Gunplay, so anything he's on, that's
And the
fire.
production's
that whole
crazy.
song
Like,
is crazy.
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
samples are like.
No,
And that's the difference. That's the difference right there. He could talk all the shit. He could talk all the shit he wants about us. You can't deny reality, bro. The album is fire, bro. The album is amazingly fire. K-Dot is fucking. He's the GOAT. Stop talking shit, bro.
Lefty Gunplay, so anything he's on, that's
And the
fire.
production's
that whole
crazy.
song
Like,
is crazy.
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
samples are like.
No, they killed it.
the whole fucking
It's a
album
good
is
album.
amazing.
Mother, fuck you though.
Catching a
it's
stray on a
nothing. It's like
slapper is fire.
Yeah.
Kills me,
That's
and I
awesome.
love it. At
I
the
like that catching a stray on a slapper. That's crazy. It's
Put a
fact,
stray
though.
on a slapper is fire.
Yeah.
It kills
That's
me, and I
awesome.
love it at the same time. It's fire.
But I don't like him threatening the violence. I don't like that. I don't like him telling people to slide on you guys.
I'm a civilian. I'm going to the cops too.
What if it's too late?
But that's the thing, and that's where it's a very touchy subject when it comes to that, because the reality of the world is not social media reality. I'm talking about the when you wake up in the morning and you actually feel the cement outside on the floor when you're walking or anything. The reality of it is there is a lot of sick people out there, and there's a lot of sick people that look at some of these artists like gods and take their words as gospel. So that's where it's a little bit like, it's not like back in the day that you can say whatever the fuck you wanted to say, and yeah, if you get popped, you get popped in the mouth real quick and everything, but that's a different, slide on them is different. Slide on them means get them the fuck out of here. So to promote that, I mean, and then at the same breath say that Kendrick is uplifting, it's kind of crazy. And you guys have to see the hypocrisy in that. He's an uplifting artist. Majority of Kendrick Lamar's music is absolutely uplifting, and it's for the culture. Absolutely, 100%. But you can't be that way and then come out and say things like what they just quoted that he said in one of the bars. You can't, because a lot of people they're going to be doing, like, you could say, I mean, you can say whatever you want, but like just like he has to deal with the consequences with the things that Andrew says, K-Dot's going to have to deal with the consequences of the words that he puts out. He could say whatever he wants. But that's a little bit more in the sense of, yo, you don't know who's out there listening to you, bro. And there are people that have done it already. That's taken what artists say and used it to do something stupid. It has happened. There's a lot of crazy ass fucking people out there. And we just got to be fucking safe. Not saying that it's going to happen. Probably, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully, because fuck all this violent shit. Nah, we're going to have to keep that violent shit out of it. But at the same time, what do you want Andrew? Do you want Andrew to rap? This is his response. This is his response. So you guys, just like when a rapper goes at another rapper, he comes out with a diss track. This is his response. Because he doesn't rap. This is what he has to do. But, like I say, this is called common sense reaction. It's common sense. Yeah, you have to have an open mind in order to watch this video. You have to have an open mind. Like, I can see it on both ends where it's fucked up. The fine middle is, why are we taking jokes that a comedian says to the heart? Let it go. That's it.
On you.
I'm a civilian. I'm going to the cops too.
What if it's too late? What if they fucking do something to you?
I mean, I don't leave my house.
But my feeling is like, yo, Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick is talking all this shit, and for whatever reason, we just letting him talk all this shit.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I mean?
we decided we love him right now.
I get it. I do get it. But at the same time, like...
And I've always been a fan, but I also said this even in the Drake thing when he said the shit about your next show at the Bay, whatever he said, basically kind of like call to violence.
Yeah.
And remember when Rick Ross got beat up? I was like, yo, Kendrick, you gotta fall back on that call to violence
like
shit.
Trump on January 6th.
Yo. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to get people to storm the Capitol.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. You see, man? That's your own opinion. That's your own opinion. That's your own opinion. And he's my great example, Andrew. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, Andrew. Now, I don't know if he's saying it sarcastically or he's saying it because he believes it, but go listen to what he said. I promise you, once you listen to what he said, you're never going to hear anything that's saying go do anything violent or anything aggressive when you go to the Capitol. Not one word he mentioned or said to them, even remotely said to do anything like that. I promise you it doesn't. So we need to stop with this narrative that he's saying this shit when he's not. Those people decided that they were going to take and go and do this shit. They decided, so they have to deal with the consequences. Stop putting all these people on judgment for something that they said. Worry about the motherfuckers that are actually doing crazy shit and acting a certain way and hurting people. Get them the fuck out of there. How about that? No, we're not gonna do it because that's the culture. Fuck out of here.
Yo. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to get people to storm the Capitol a little bit. He's trying to get people to go to Al. Get people to go to Charlotte. That's dangerous rhetoric out there.
Really
for woke Kendrick, you know?
Stand back, stand by.
Stand back and stand by. He's not even saying that. He's saying get up in that ass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
He did
but I need Kendrick. I need you to do it, Kendrick.
You want to squabble up with Kenny?
No. I mean, here's the thing. This is the thing that is kind of funny about it. Is like, first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot me. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him. And there's nothing he can do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him. And the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell.
That nigga's stupid. That nigga's dumb. He's gonna get fucked up. Kendrick gonna whoop his ass for saying some stupid shit like that. Oh my God. And then people are like, oh, you think rape is funny? Like, is it actually going to happen? God damn, bro. It's dumb. Kendrick gonna like this and go, if Kendrick see that nigga, like, all I can see Kendrick do, he gonna be doing the not like us in the background, fuck your ass up, bro. He said, I will make love to him. He didn't say rape. He said he was gonna make love to him.
It's me and Kendrick. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell, there's a chance that if we're in a cell and we're bored and we done tattooing each other, whatever you do in the cell, and we ran out of board games and we did all the other things, we cleaned everything, and I'm like, man, I might as well fuck you. There's nothing he could physically do to stop that besides put his legs in the air and choose a position. Maybe I'll let him choose a position.
Why are you pulling this picture up, Mark? Why are you doing this?
Look at, put up that picture of him and Travis Kelce's girl. Look at that shit.
Oh my God, dude, that's unbelievable.
Yo, I'll be
Hey, there's not gonna be no Taylor Swift slander in this motherfucker. I'll punch you dead in your mustache.
honest. I would go so far as to say I don't think he could stop most people on the planet from having sex with him. Like
I don't want to hear nothing about that. We good on that. Like I said, this nigga's not funny, bro. Like he has some good jokes, but all in all, like his podcast and stuff like that, I don't find the shit that he says like hilarious. When it's a structured joke on stage, if you watch it from beginning to end, you'll understand his humor. But when he starts talking that crazy shit, bro, like, and because he'll take a joke and he'll keep on going with it. And I think that's where the problem lays, is that he'll keep on going until it's not funny no more. Like in the beginning, oh yeah, it's for like the initial ha ha ha, yeah, it's funny, but then he'll just keep on going. Like learn how to cut it. Like that's went a little bit too far. Listen, at the end of the day, if you made it this far in the reaction, the main thing that I'm saying is do not lose your minds and your peace off of a dumb comedian saying a dumb joke. Then reality really wasn't saying anything bad about black women. I don't think he was, because I heard it over and over because I was trying to find the part that was offensive. I was literally trying to find the part that he was offensive. Is the offensive part that he just mentioned black women? Was that just the offensive part of it? Because if that's what you're going off of offensive, he didn't say anything offensive about them. He said that they'll beat the shit out you. That's what's portrayed on the internet all the time. So how is that saying anything negative? He's just stating a fact. He's going off of what he sees, just like what you guys go off of what you see. I say, you see the argument that everyone's going back and forth is pointless. It doesn't make any sense. Look, at the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar is the fucking GOAT. This nigga's not even half a GOAT in comedy, in my eyes. I don't think he's that funny, but I am definitely protecting the right to a comedian saying what he wants to say on stage. When you're on stage, automatically that tells a person's brain, oh, it's a comedy show, so I'm going to be listening to some comedy shit. Some go all the way, some have clean comedy, some have in the middle comedy. But at the end of the day, these guys and these girls out here that are saying what they're saying are comedians. It's jokes to make people laugh, so people could just get away from all the negativity bullshit. Just sit in there and just laugh. That's all that it is. So let's not crucify all comedians. Let's not even crucify Andrew Schulz. Even though the dude says the shit that he says, he sometimes goes a little bit overboard. Let's not crucify him for what he says. Crucify him by his actions. His actions, I haven't seen him beat anybody up or do anything in that sense. So he's a comedy. Let's not take he's a comedian. Let's not take these people's words and let it get us all upset and all wind up for nothing. For nothing, because he said that shit weeks ago, before Kendrick even dropped the album. So it's pissed off because Kendrick brought it up? It pisses you off because Kendrick said something about it? Why didn't you guys get upset before that? Oh, because you guys didn't hear it. Or did you? And that's the reason why you got pissed off. Because it clicked. Oh, He's talking about Andrew. Let's put it on social media. Guys, let's just and breathe a little bit, man. Let's breathe a little bit. No matter what the fuck this nigga says, he's not gonna affect Kendrick. No matter what Kendrick says about him, it's not gonna really affect him because he's in a whole nother genre. Now, if Andrew Schulz was a rapper and K-Dot came at him, Andrew Schulz would get the fuck out of here. K-Dot would get him the fuck out of here lyrically. But that type of beef, a comedian with a rapper, it's just weird. It's just weird because they both say anything they want to say. And not a lot of people agree with what Kendrick says on his shit. Fight them. Fight them. Guys, I love you. This is just my opinion. Like I said, yeah, I know it's open chat, but let's keep it respectful. Let's not overboard and start calling people all types of crazy fucking names. I'll keep it respectful as long as you guys keep it respectful. And that's point blank. And that's going to be the title of this. I will keep it respectful as long as you guys keep it respectful. But there's no point to go overboard and angry. Nothing that I said should anger you to the point where anybody goes out of pocket and say some crazy shit. If you have something, hey, no, I don't agree with you on this, then that's fine. We can talk about it. That's cool. But come at me with respect, because I never go at nobody with disrespect. Never. So, I love you guys. I'm out. It's my daughter's birthday. We're about to go take her out to dinner. I love all of you guys, man. Have a great weekend.